Welcome back and welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of Where Do We Go From Here, UFC 302 edition. So, for this episode, I'm going to focus on the four fighters in the main event and co main event, respectively. Starting with the co main event, which saw Sean Strickland defeat Paulo Costa by split decision. That result was absolute BS. Should have been a unanimous victory. Don't know what that ref was looking at. But anyway, where do these two fighters go from here? For Sean Strickland, he's in a tough situation. He's kind of fought everyone at the top in that division. I think he should just wait for the winner of the supposed Dricus Duplessis versus Israel Adesanya fight. I think a rematch against either one of those guys is a good money fight for Sean Strickland. And I think he was razor close against Dricus and he beat Izzy. So I think either one of them would make a great opponent for him next. For Paulo Costa, who knows? This is a guy who came into the UFC knocking people's heads off, having entertaining fights, and his last set of fights, he looks like a guy who's been deflated, who's been off the secret sauce. Sorry. Ever since the whole IV ban, his physique looks different, his performance has been different, and he has not fought up to the level that he came into. This fight seemed tailor-made for him to knock Sean Strickland out, if I'm being honest. Strickland is a guy who at times gets sloppy, and he's also strictly, I don't want to say one-dimensional, but he sticks to his game plan. Strickland is going to march forward. He's going to throw punches. He's going to do the Philly shell, the shoulder roll, and he's not going to cut angles. He's not going to cut off the cage. He's literally just going to walk forward like a Terminator. For a guy like Paulo Costa, who has as much power as he's supposed to have, that's tailor-made to have a guy walk into your right hand. And Costa just never landed that clean shot. He had some times where he was throwing like a pawing jab, but really wasn't getting anywhere with that. And he fought an awful game plan and got an awful result. He has not looked like the same fighter in a while. He recently posted and said that he's going to go back to being, the exciting style fighter. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not sure who he matches up with next, but he needs a drop in competition to see where he's really at in the division. As for the main event, for Dustin Poirier, you know, honestly, he's had a great career. He has nothing to truly be disappointed in. I know he wishes he was a undisputed champion. He has to settle for just being an interim champion. But unfortunately, Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev. Good luck. Don't feel too bad. Only one person has beaten those two guys combined. So for Dustin, he's had an illustrious career. It's been great. Nothing wrong with retiring with your head high. But as for Islam, in the post-fight, he mentioned wanting to chase another belt and moving up to 170 to fight Rocky Edwards Leon. I I can't see that fight going in Islam's favor. Islam is a complete mixed martial artist. Make no mistakes about it. His takedown is impressive. He has fairly good stand-up as well. But Leon Edwards' stand-up is elite level for the division. He throws punches in combinations. His kicks are pretty lethal as well. You see when he does the guys on the feet. I think he has a fairly decent takedown defense, and when you consider the size difference, I just don't think that fight goes the way Islam is envisioning. Now, obviously, Islam is a pound-for-pound top fighter, and if he and his team see something there against Leon, then I assume they think they do have an advantage, but I think that size difference is way too drastic, and I do think he's going to struggle to get that takedown, and when he's forced to stand and trade with Leon, he loses that exchange 9 out of 10 times. I think the more realistic fight is the Arman Sarukian rematch. I think that makes the most sense for Islam. If he can get past Sarukian, then maybe I can see a fight where he moves up to 170. But Sarukian is a viable contender at 155, and it'd be messed up to pass him over. He's kind of earned that title shot. Once you beat Du Bronx, you deserve a title shot.